皆さん、英語のソータです。
And I'm Reilly.
Hey, it's already March. It's so fast. I haven't done anything special yet.
You mean in the year?
Yeah, after 2024 had started. How about you? Like, did you do anything special?
Oh, yeah, I mentioned it in a solo ep, but I went skiing last weekend. No, it was 2 weekends ago now. Yeah, just Yuki and I went to Nagano to go skiing. I might talk about it on the next solo episode. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, that would be fun. But yeah, I need to find something I could do. But no. My New Year's resolution is not making plans, so I should.
Right.
はい、皆さんもう3月ですよ。2024年。なんか僕何したかな今年ってもう2ヶ月経ってもたっていうなんかちょっとうわーってなっちゃってるんですけど、皆さんは何か特別なことされましたか？で、なんかやらなきゃとかって今また思いかけてたんですけど、いやいや今年は目標を立てないっていう生き方をしたいっていう風にね、新年の抱負言ったところなので、すぐなんかあれせなあかんこれせなあかん何もしてへんとかって考えちゃうからこれあかんなと思ったんで、ちょっと、それを切り替えたいなと思います。So, 今日の番組も始めていきたいなと思います。Are you ready, Reilly?
Yep.
ソータと
Reillyの台本なし英会話レッスン Episode 267.
Alright, what is the topic for episode 267, Reilly?
Yeah, it's Do all Americans drink?
はい、今回のお題は、すべてのアメリカ人がお酒飲めるの？です。Well, actually, this is something I have been wondering about for a long time. And I don't drink.
Right.
And yeah, more specifically, I can drink, but I don't drink. But yeah, recently perhaps I may not be able to drink anymore. But I used to drink just a little bit if I had to with my friends or with my coworkers. But yeah, anyways, I don't drink recently. Then I started to wonder if I were an American or if I were living in America, could I get friends? Because I feel like everybody in the States loves to drink and they love to have parties. Then can I make friends? I thought. So,
Right.
I came up with this idea and I want to talk about it with you.
Uh-huh.
So, first of all, let's jump right into the main question. Do all Americans drink?
Yeah. Of course not. I mean, no,
Of course
not
not.
everyone. Yeah.
Good to know. Then, do you have any experience with those people who don't drink or anything?
Yeah. I mean, I've had some friends or acquaintances who didn't drink. I would say most of my friends drink, but I mean, that just tends to happen, right? Because I like to drink, so my friends tended to be people that also drank. I would meet them at parties or at some kind of situation where we were drinking. So it was pretty common for most of my friends to drink. But I also had friends like from just class or whatever that I knew a little bit. They weren't super close, but I knew lots of people who didn't drink.
But from your perspective, which is more? Which do you think is more
In
the
I
States?
think drinking at least a little bit is more common, I think.
So 90% or like from your experience, 90% of your fans drunk with you.
Not 90 of my friends, probably like maybe 75 or
75.
80 maybe.
80.
But there's different, like, I guess it sounds weird to say there's different levels. There's some people that like to drink a lot, some people that like to go to a party or go to a bar and they'll have like one drink or maybe two drinks, but that's enough. And then for the rest of the party, they just kind of hang out. But Yeah, and then there's other people who will come to a party and not drink, and that, that's fine.
So yeah, in short, people like me who don't drink at all could be, a super minority group, right? In the States.
I mean, I think it depends on like what kind of people you hang out with.
Mm.
Because I hung out with people who drank a lot, then yeah, you
Right?
would be a minority. But it depends. Like, if for example, one group of people that tend not to drink as much is people that go to church a lot. Especially it's getting kind of complicated, but Protestant churches. So the Protestants kind of complicated, but there's two kinds of Christians, you could say. There's Catholics, which is the ones with the Pope, and then there's Protestants there's a bunch of different kinds, but basically they're not Catholics. And Protestants drink less
You
in
can
general.
talk about it later, more specifically, because
Sure.
that would be really interesting. So yeah, anyways, that depends on who I hang out with. But yeah, hearing your experiences, maybe among your friends, there is a lot of friends who drank
Yeah,
a lot.
for sure.
Okay. なるほど。一回ちょっと訳したいなと思ったのと、
Okay.
このキリスト教系のお話は次に持っていった方がそこで深まるかな、広がるかなと思ったので、一旦ちょっと訳させてもらいたいんですけど、まず、ちょっとほっとしたんですけど、I was so relieved to hear that. Relieved. Yeah. relieved で皆さん安心したっていうね、タイピングしておいてもらいましょうかね。
Yeah.
安心したんですけど、まず、アメリカ人全員がお酒飲めるのか ?Of course not ってありましたね。もちろんそうじゃありませんと。聞いてめっちゃ安心しました。でも、なんか僕の、何ですか、経験上、お酒飲まれへん外国人に出会ったことないんで、僕の人生上。もう全員飲めんちゃうかレベルだったんですけど、Of course not ってね、言ってくれて安心しました。でもなんか話聞いてる感じ、やっぱり、8割、ちょっとだけでも飲むっていうところも入れるならば、人と合わせてもちょっとだけだったら飲めるぐらいも入れるんだったらやっぱ8割ぐらい、9割はいかないけど8割ぐらいっていうふうには言ってたので、結構やっぱ飲む人は多いんだろうなっていう印象はあります。で、じゃあ僕みたいに全く飲まない人は、やっぱりスーパーマイノリティですかっていう質問でしたけど、マイノリティというのは少数派っていうことで、やっぱりそう全く飲まないっていうのは、確かにマイノリティではあるけれども、自分が誰と、ヘングアウト、飲みに行くか、出かけるかによって変わるんじゃないかっていう。で、さっきのキリスト教のお話があって、ああ、なるほど。やっぱ宗教とかも関係してくるんだなーって思ったので、そこを次のパートに持っていきたいなと思うんですけど、ここまではそういうお話がありましたね。あとは、I have a question, like, usually, if we say, I don't drink or I drink, that implies, drinking alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Because oh, sorry.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. In Japanese, we say お酒を飲む. So I often
Right.
hear people saying drinking alcohol, but yeah, we don't need to say alcohol.
Right. Because obviously, like, nobody doesn't drink. You have to drink water or, something like, right? So yeah, when you say I don't drink or I drink a lot, you're usually, not usually, pretty much always talking about alcohol.
そうですよね。まあ、ネイティブがアルコホールって言ってる時を僕も聞いたことは全くないかっていうとある時もあるんですけど、なんか日本だとお酒飲むとかっていう、このお酒ってところから結構 Do you drink alcohol? みたいに言う英語フレーズって結構多いな、聞くなと思うんですけど、結構海外の会話とかだと Do you drink? とか I don't drink? とか、っていう、もうドリンクだけでお酒を飲むっていうことをね、案に示すことが多いなと思うので、これもちょっと何かの形で、Can you type on the list in a certain way? It's up to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Like drink, no alcohol added or something. ちょっとそれはね、タイピングで、打 打っておいてもらいます。台本なし英会話レッスン専用のインスタグラムアカウントで、チェックしていただけたらなと思います。で、are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, I do guess that, people like me could be categorized or could be a super minority group, like people who drink at all. But yeah, I understand that depends on who I hang out with. And then it was really interesting for you to mention the Christianity. So
Yeah.
can you talk about it?
Yeah, I don't have too much more to say about it. I mean, there are some religions that don't drink at all. Like, there's one group called Mormons or LDS. They're kind of a Christian group that doesn't drink. Obviously, in Islam, you're not supposed to drink at all. And some other stuff like that. Other kinds of Christian groups don't drink or drink less. And I would say like in America, there's probably about three main groups or three main reasons why people don't drink. One of them is religion. Another one is maybe health. People who want to be super healthy, like if they're athletes or something like that, maybe they don't drink at least during like the season for their sport or something like that. Or maybe not at all. And then the third group is people who quit drinking. People who used to drink a lot but drank too much and now don't anymore. Alcoholics or maybe not alcoholics, but people who just decided, okay, maybe I'm drinking too much, so I should just stop completely. I would say people, I guess for you, it's not necessarily that you can't drink, like you said, but Yuki, for example, she basically can't drink. Nowadays, she can drink like one horoyoi or something like that. But for a long time, she didn't drink at all and couldn't. Like she would get sick from like one beer or something like that. That kind of person, people who can't drink, like because of something health related, like with their body, that's pretty rare in America, I think. Yeah.
I understand. Then, if I were in the States and if I were living in America, do you think I would be able to make friends? Because I can't go to parties with a lot of drink, or I can't go to bars every day and I can't drink with them. So what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I think you could, of course. I mean, you could make friends in different ways, doing different things. I mean, if you are into sports or whatever, or join some sort of club or activity, you can make friends that way, obviously. And I think like you can still go to bars or go to parties and just not drink. Like it's okay. Like Yuki comes out. I go to a bar pretty much every weekend, and Yuki comes and usually has like ginger ale or something like that. So no, you can go if you want to hang out with people and talk with them. Most people, unless they're assholes, don't try to make you drink. Like if you say, I'm just going to have a ginger ale or I'm just going to have a Coke, nobody's going to be like, come on, you should drink. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah, I'm relieved to hear that. And because, I was going to ask that, like, especially in Japan, it's getting better and better. But this is kind of, special Japanese term, but alcohol harassment or something that happened a lot in the past. So I was going to ask you, that kind of question. But now I'm kind of relieved. But at the same time, you mentioned club activities or sports or something. And even in Japan, after that, people often say, okay, let's go drink. Let's grab some drinks. Then, I feel like I miss the chances to make friends or to have a better relationship, because after getting drunk, people can be, more open about everything, and then they can be honest, and I feel like they can have a better relationship. So sometimes I'm jealous of people who can drink a lot and who can have a better relationship, it seems like. So yeah, that's why I asked you. But don't you think, people like me miss chances to make friends without going to bars or something?
Maybe. I think so. I think
Mm,
it's like if I think of all of my like best friends over the years, since college, they've pretty much all been people that I drank with.
mm, mm.
Um, Not one, I'm trying to think if there was anybody that wasn't really like that, but not so much. I mean, I didn't meet them drinking all the time. Like I had friends that I met doing different things, but we would usually, I guess, become better friends by drinking.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can focus on that later. 一回ちょっと訳したいなと思うんですけれども、アメリカで、お酒を飲まない人、3つぐらい理由あるんじゃないかと。1つは、religious。religious っていうのは、宗教のとかっていうやつですね。religious reasons とか、宗教が関連するもの。で、2つ目が、健康のために飲まない。health related っていう単語もね、ありましたけど、健康に関係している health related。で、健康に関係している理由。あともう一個が、やめた。お酒をやめた。昔は飲んでたけれども、alcoholics, he said.
Yeah.
それも一応ね、タイピングしておいてもらいましょうかね。なんとか holic で、なんとか中毒なので、やっぱりお酒にね、中毒になっちゃう。そうなるとやっぱ健康にも良くないのでやめたっていう3つがあるんじゃないかと。で、ライリーの彼女さん、フィアンセのユキさんは、やっぱり全く can't 飲めないっていう。で、やっぱその飲めない人でも、やっぱり一緒にバーに行ってジンジャーエール飲んだり、で、アメリカでなんで飲まないんだよ、飲めよ、みたいなのは、asshole だったら言うかもしれないけど、asshole も打ちます ?Do you want to type it? そ
Sure, I don't care. Yeah.
う。そう、asshole。日常会話でね、出るっちゃ出るので、アホなやつだったら飲めよみたいに言うけれども、よっぽどな asshole じゃない限りは、そういう人はいないから、飲めない人でもそうやってバーに行ってるよっていう説明がありましたね。なので、それ聞いてね、またちょっと安心かなと思うんですけど、そうそう、あと宗教の話で、なるほどと思ったのは、イスラム教とかって全くお酒飲まないんですね。I didn't know that, Islam, religious things, Islam
Yeah.
people don't drink at all. I
Yeah. Of
didn't know
course,
that. うん。
some people break the rules a little bit, but like
うん。
officially you're not supposed to.
And also you mentioned, two groups of Christian and Protestant.
Yeah, so
They don't
Protestant
drink.
is like a,
うん。
a big group. It's like everybody who's not Catholic, basically.
うん。
And the other one is LDS or Mormon. It's the same name for this or different names for the same group.
うん。
Um, they don't drink.
うん。Protestant too?
They're a kind of Protestant, you could say.
なるほどね。そっか、プロテスタントの中でも分かれるという。なので、so Protestant and Catholic, and in
Yeah,
that group of Protestant, you said two things, blah 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 blah.
right.
なるほどね。そっか、二つに大きく分かれて、カトリックとプロテスタント。よく、なんか言葉聞いたことありますよね。そのプロテスタントの中でも二つに分かれて、このプロテスタント系グループのクリスチャンの方はもう全く飲まないっていう。やっぱそういう宗教もね、やっぱ関連してくるっていうのもあるんでしょうね。っていうのが、ここまでのお話でした。でもね、その、ライリーが言ってたように、いや、ソータの場合は、飲めないじゃなく、ちょっとね、飲もうと思ったら飲めるじゃないかと。で、ユキの場合は飲めないけれども、彼女でもそのバーに一緒についてきて友達作ったりしてるし、とかっていう。でもなんか僕的にはやっぱり、お酒を飲むことでさ、いい関係を築けてるな、羨ましいなって思うことってあるわけですよ。で、やっぱり、お酒を飲まない人ってそんなに誘われない、そもそも、あんまりお酒の、どっか行こうって誘われなくなりますし、やっぱりお酒を飲んで酔うことで、すごいオープンになって、お互いのことをね、もっと知り合えたりするだろうなと思うので、さっき僕が言ってた、アメリカに僕が行ったとして友達できますかっていう質問は、 お酒あんだけ飲む人が多い中で、僕友達できるのかなっていう疑問を持ったのでさっき聞いてました。で、これアメリカ云々置いといて、日本でも、やっぱお酒飲めない人って、ちょっとなんかチャンスを逃しちゃってるなって思うこともあったので、その質問してたんですけど、ライリー曰く、ジンジャーエール飲めばいいし、ね、こう、アスホーじゃない限りは、make me drink してこないから大丈夫だよっていうお話ではありました。So, how about, in the States, you know, have you ever seen those, big problems or incidents when people made somebody else drink and
Um,
then, yeah, people had a problem?
maybe in college a little bit could
うん、
happen. Because people are immature and whatever. So maybe in college, but like among adults, no. Like the only time
う
it might
ん、
happen among adults, I mean, of course it could happen anytime if someone is not cool, but like
うん、
the only time I might do it is if like I had a friend who usually drinks
うん、
but says like, "Oh, I'm not gonna drink tonight. Like I have something to do in the morning."
うん、
Then I would say, "Oh, come on, just one or two."
う
I
ん、
might do that
う
because I know
ん、
that person usually drinks and right, but like for someone who never drinks, I would or someone who quit drinking or something like that, I wouldn't try to make them.
うん、うん、うん。Then, it's a kind of special Japanese term, but of alcohol harassment. It's getting
Yeah.
better, but
Uh-huh.
it was a huge problem in the past,
Right.
especially, yeah, in companies.
Right.
Yeah, older people made younger people drink a lot. But that kind of thing didn't happen in the States, even in the past.
Um,
Harassment
maybe
stuff.
in the distant past. I mean like the 60s or something like that. Maybe that happened, but
うん
uh nowadays I don't think so.
う
I
ん
it's also like,
Nowadays means like in the
the
past 10 years for the
yeah,
past
10 or 20, I would say,
う
yeah,
ん
in the since the 2000s maybe, but
うん
I think also like we've talked about before, but in America, drinking with your coworkers, like as like a work party,
うん
is not as common.
う
Like it's not
ん
super common to go out to like a nomikai or something like that. That's not really as big a thing in America. It happens sometimes, but not so common.
The nomigai culture is a kind of special thing in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not only Japan, but
う
it's
ん
definitely not as big in America.
うん And the purpose could be or how it starts could be different in America and in Japan because in Japan we felt like we had to go and it's
Right.
getting better right now. But in the States, people have choices and options, even in the past too.
I think so.
あ
Yeah, I
あ、
think so.
やっぱそうなんよな。そう、次、このアルコールハラスメントみたいな感じのね、ちょっと言葉忘れちゃいましたけど、日本って最近本当に良くなってきて、何かにつけてね、こうしないとダメ、ああしないとダメみたいなのってね、改善されてきてますけど、一個お酒をすごく強要する習慣って、日本ではすごい問題だったと思うんですよね。でやっと、その飲み会も行かない人は断れる雰囲気とかもなってきたと思うんですけど、まあ僕は本当に会社勤めじゃないので、そういうのはもう無縁ですけれども、やっぱまだ行かないといけない風潮って残ってるところは残ってるんじゃないかなと思うんですよね。で、特に過去はすごかったですよね。上司の人がすごい飲ませる、あるいは同僚でも飲ませるみたいな。それはアメリカにもあったのって聞いたところ、もう大昔だったらあるけれども、ここ10年、20年そういうのはやっぱないって言ってましたね。あとやっぱ飲み会文化っていうのが、あるのはあると思うんだけれども、その形が違う、あるいは誘われ方、その飲み会に発展していくまでの始まり方が違うんだろうなって話聞いてと思ってて、やっぱりこう日本だと未だに行かなきゃみたいな、飲まなきゃ、合わせなきゃみたいなのに対してアメリカは結構行きたかったら行く。で、やっぱりそれは昔であっても飲まない人は飲まないっていう、結構人のその選択肢とか意思とかがまだ尊重されてるっていうのは過去、昔も含めあったっていうお話がね、なるほどなって思いましたね。But honestly, for example, if there is someone who can't drink at all, you
Mm-hmm.
know, do you want to be a friend with him? For example, me, like, do you feel it's fun to hang out with me without any drinks?
Yeah, I mean, sure, but I think it would, it depends on what we're doing, right? Like, I think maybe this is bad, not a good thing to say, but I think like drinking makes just sitting and talking more fun. Like just sitting and talking normally is not super fun, but like watching a movie or going to lunch or dinner or something like that, that's fun anyway, right? Or whatever, sports like I don't know. Obviously, you don't drink while you're playing sports most of the time. So like that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't. I think it's kind of weird, but I think hanging out with people and not drinking is fun. But most of the time when I hang out with people, it's like nighttime on a Friday or a Saturday, and so usually drinking happens anyway. Right. So yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah, you prefer that.
I guess I prefer it.
But how
But
about this case? Like we go to a bar together and you drink and I don't drink. Honestly, is that also fun?
yeah, that's fine. I don't care
Oh,
about that.
really?
Yeah.
And all
I mean,
Americans. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, like I don't know. It might be a little bit better if you drank, so we could, like drink together. I won't lie, but it's not a big deal. I don't really care. Like we can still cheers with your ginger ale and my whiskey or whatever. That's not, I don't care.
How about, other Americans in general? Do you feel the same way, just like you?
I think so. I think I don't know. It might. I think I can definitely say that if it's a group of people, like let's say there's 4 people and 3 are drinking and 1 is not, that doesn't matter at all. Like that. I think even 3 people where 2 are drinking and 1 is not, that doesn't matter. But if it's 1 and 1 where one person's drinking and the other person is not, then I don't know. It's not bad, but there might be some kind of feeling of, I don't know. It's hard to say, but like guilt or something like that. Like, oh, I'm drinking and this person doesn't drink. Maybe they feel bad or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I think I still think it's fine.
Okay, another. I'm relieved to hear that, like third time in this episode. But yeah, honestly, I also want to hang out with you, and actually we did, but I feel like, oh, I can't drink, and I'm sorry for that. Yeah, I have felt in that way. And then, yeah, Riley wants to drink, and then I can't drink, then is it really okay, or is he having fun? Or yeah, honestly, I've felt in that way in the past. So yeah, kind of good to know right now.
Yeah, it's okay.
そう、なんか、最後ね、これ、お酒飲まない方はわかると思うんですけど、なんかこう、気使っちゃいません？お酒飲まない人って。その飲む人に対して、自分といて楽しいかなとかって僕思っちゃうんですよ。ライリーと、例えばご飯行くとかってなっても、僕お酒飲まないし、ライリーお酒好きなの知ってるから、僕は全然いいんですよ。相手が飲んで自分は飲まない。全然いいんですけど、相手からしてそれ楽しいと思ってくれるのかなとかって思っちゃって、申し訳なくて、すごいやっぱ正直気使っちゃうのはあって、で、まあ、ライリーの時も自分飲まないけどこれいいのかな、他の人と行く方が面白いんちゃうかなとかと思っちゃうことってやっぱ今までもあったし、でも、他のアメリカ人も含め全然お酒じゃなくてもいいよっていうのを聞けて、あ、なるほど。アメリカ住んでも友達できるなって今、I can make friends in the States too. Now I'm relieved to hear that. それを聞けて安心したなと思いました。なので、お酒飲まない方にとっては朗報ですし、今回のテーマであるみんなお酒飲むのかっていうところ、まあ結構大多数は飲むんだろうなと思うんですけど、みんながみんなじゃないっていうのが今回のエピソードの回答でした。では、今日のエピソードはい
かがでしたでしょうか？
Oh, one more thing. Like if the person is not a kind of big drinker, do you care? It doesn't matter. Easily get drunk.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine too.
なるほど。お酒に強い弱いっていうのも。Oh, is there any other expression for saying, a big drinker or in Japanese お酒に強い弱い?
Yeah. Not really. There's not a super good expression for that. I mean, heavy drinker is something people say. There's something called a lightweight. Lightweight means someone who can't drink, but it's rare to call someone like a heavyweight or something for someone who can drink. So, you could say, yeah, like, he can drink a lot or he can't drink a lot, or mostly we would say he's a lightweight, meaning they can't drink a lot, but we usually don't say he's a heavyweight or something, the opposite. We don't talk about that as much.
Can you type that expression too?
Yeah, lightweight.
Yeah, lightweight. なるほどね。そっか。お酒をそもそも僕飲まないの、あんまりこういうのも、なんでしょう、馴染みがない言葉でもあったりするんですけど、日本ではお酒強い弱いって strong とかでね、表しますけど、英語ではあんまり聞かないし、drink a lot。これが一番聞くかなと思って僕も今日は使ってたんですけど、そう最後に、lightweight っていうのもね、お酒飲まない人、プラス飲む場合は drink a lot っていう表現もね、紹介できたらなと思いました。そう、お酒が強い弱いっていうのも気にしないっていうことだったので、OK。これで僕はもうアメリカ行っても友達いっぱいできるし、ライリーともこれからね、居酒屋行って僕はなんかカルピス飲むとかでもいけるなと。あとはちょっと合わせて飲んだとしても、弱くても OK なんだなって思ったので、今日からいっぱい友達できそうです。はい、僕は、英語のソータという名前で調べてもらうと YouTube とか Twitter とか Instagram とかいろいろ出てきます。ライリーは ReillySalomon XE で調べると出てきますので、概要欄チェックしてもらえればと思います。では、皆さんお酒飲みながら寝てください。今日僕も夜11時なので、はい、お酒は飲まないですけれども寝ます。また次回のエピソードでお会いしましょう。バイ。
バイ。